Good. Hello, Mama Yaya. Almost lost all my hands. Hello, my sweet lemons. Hi, beautiful angels. Grand Rising, Barbara. Hello, darling. I see you over there on YouTube. Hello, Ashley. Hi, beautiful angel. Yep, I've got YouTube going today. Since I'm the only one here. Yes, I'm well, thank you. I just decoded that one. I've been decoding these crop circles with Serion'el. It's funny that all of them are about ascension. The ones that I've decoded so far are all about ascension. So I think that's really cool. Hey, Irish. Hi, darling. You're at the doctor's? Well, I'm sending you lots of love, light, and healing over there, darling. Hi, Missy Marie Karen. Hello, darling. Hey, Wendy. Oh, my goodness. Haven't seen you in a while. How are things with you? Hello, Flower Power. Hello, darling. Hey, Country Fried. Hello, brother. All of your life you've been waiting. What you've known has arrived. Carrying gifts that will change this world. Things that amaze and define. An energy source for tomorrow. Water for clearing the air. Grand Rising. Yes, it's Tuesday. Hope everyone had a wonderful Memorial weekend. Wendy's over here in you're alive and doing fine. That's good to hear, Wendy. She's over in YouTube. Oh, that's awesome, my sweet lemons. There you go. Hi, Betty. Hi, darling. I just got a restriction. You know what that means? It means they're not going to show my live. So make sure you're sharing it with everybody. Really need the water, yeah. See, a lot of these are very similar, right? They have the very similar messages. To embrace. What are you worried about? Nothing to be worried about. Try your telepathy. Send your grace. TikTok. Hello, Bobby Rocks. I see you over there on YouTube. Yes, be an absolute joy. Oh, you have your eyes dilated? Yeah, they do that when I go to get glasses. They dilate I don't like it when they do that. Because the bright sun, be careful of the sun. Make sure you have some sunglasses. Yeah, Tuesday. You got strawberries and your flowers are popping up too. Awesome, Betty. Tomorrow, Wednesday. Yep. Wednesday. Crossing time to turn the future. Stargate Rules 88. Welcome in. If you found this room, you're meant to be here. If you have time, stay. You may learn something. Hello, Lynette. Hi, beautiful angel. I can't wait to decode that one. But I'm doing half the video at a time. There's quite a few crop circles in that video. There's like probably 50. So, all right, let's go to Spotify. She Don't Know She's Beautiful is playing. All right. I'll go ahead and put this here. So you can see everything. Oops. Let me see if I can get a rock to hold that up. There we go. Use that. Okay. And there's the butterfly for there. Okay. We're going to do our cards for the day. Welcome in, everybody. It is Tuesday, the 27th of May. Wow, we're almost halfway through 2025 already. Can't even, right? She don't know she's beautiful. This is Russ's song to Christine VX. All right, let's go ahead and get started with our cards. I've got room here with all these things. Okay, here's our chakra wisdom card. Aha, the third eye chakra, the imagination. Yes. Your imagination is your connection to the 5D. It is the connection to your highest self. I use my imagination as I create and pursue my dreams and wishes. I ask myself, what do I want? My thoughts create my reality at the physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual levels. I use this power to create harmonious relationships between all these levels. I imagine the life I would like to have, and I encourage my thoughts to be truthful, wise, and discerning. In the quietness of meditation, I see and hear the truth. Yes, use your imagination to create your reality. Okay, here is our healing energy. Our healing energy. I lost my words for a minute. That happens often. Healing energy says, wisdom. God has a plan for me. I live here now, knowing beauty is to come. I don't force things to happen faster than the universe has decided for me. I learn from my experiences, take small steps in faith, and succeed thanks to all of my efforts. Yes. Return to heart. I breathe light and stick to the essential for my soul. The present moment, I calm my thoughts. I focus on my heart and find space to be where my light and greatness are. I find peace and inner silence. Yes. Find peace and inner silence. And harmony. I open myself to the divine being within me. I am the image of God. Thus, I have the power to bring light into my life. If it's a song that reminds you of your dad, then your dad's coming in to give you a big old hug and say, I'm always with you. I'm watching over you. Hi, Jen. Hi, darling. I turn any darkness in me into something beautiful. In the absence of resentment, anger, or doubt, I find harmony. Yes. Oh, he's still here? Well, then that means call him. Call him. All right. Hi, Shannon. Hi, darling. All right. Here is our... Wow. Work your light. Our work your light says, trust your path. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? What would you do if you knew you would be supported? Trust your path. Yes. Imrama, where are you being called to journey to? Where are you being called to journey to? And don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Right? Yay, you're jumping in. Amazing. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Hello, James. Yes, you are. Hello, darling. Don't dim to fit in. Keep being shiny no matter what. No matter what people think. Who gives a crap what other people think of you? Right? There are those out there. I mean, we're not for everybody, but I don't care what people think of me. If they call me crazy, I'll say, thank you. I embrace it. I embrace it. We are all originals, right? Here's our Starseed Oracle. Starseed Oracle says, Hyraeth, longing for home, homesick for the stars. Absolutely, we all are. But we all know we came here for a purpose. We can be homesick all we want. We'll go home when it's our turn. Nobody gets out alive, right? Nobody. But we might as well be authentic while we're here. We might as well be authentic while we are here. Hello, Deanna. Hi, beautiful. Empathic starseed. Energetic sovereignty. Absorbing what's not yours. Be careful you do this. When you're feeling down, ask yourself, are you feeling down because you are down, you have something to feel down about? Or is someone else's energy on you? Ask yourself that. Right? This is such a short sovereign here on Earth. It's only, if we're lucky, it's 80 years. Right? Lifting the veil, questioning everything. That's 80 years. That's a what do you call it? I don't have the word, but yeah. An approximation. Lifting the veil, questioning everything. Anything unaligned must go. The veil is lifting. Serion'el says it's like 80-something% lifted. It is almost, there's just a little bit more to go. We're on the final of the stellar activation cycle. We're on the final ring of the stellar activation cycle. Here is our angel for the day. Steady progress. Yes. We acknowledge you for the progress that you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. We can clearly see the contribution you're making in the world through your thoughts, feelings, and actions of love. Yes. I love this song, The House That Built Me. The House That Built Me. Especially the one about the dogs buried in the yard, because we always used to bury our dogs in our yard. Always. Here is our animal of the day. Hi, Sharon. Hi, beautiful angel. The ladybug. Good luck. You are a bright energy. Let worry go and be happy here and now. Feel good about being a loving and colorful you. You bless the world with color and good luck. Yes. All right. Our fairy for the day. Our fairy says abundance. Prepare yourself for the incoming abundance of release. And release any mental blocks you may have in fairyland and human land. There is enough abundance for everyone. There is enough abundance for everyone. Ah, bright green ladybug landed on you. Awesome. There are no coincidences. None. And here is our awakened dreamer, because we are the awakened dreamers. Divine timing. We talk about this a lot. You are right on time. Exactly where you are supposed to be. Doing what you are supposed to be doing. You are on track in the sweet spot nexus of your life. And your destiny is unfolding according to your part of the grand plan to create heaven on earth. We are creating heaven on earth. Every day that we wake up, every day that we open our eyes and shine our light onto this world. Every smile we give, every time we meditate. Here's our butterfly for the day. Our butterfly says, today everything is unfolding perfectly according to a greater plan. We always hear about the plan, right? And our ascended master for the day. Our ascended master is Archangel Michael. Yes, trusting heaven. You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Allow for the miracles, because they will occur. All right. There, we can see both of them in the YouTube video. That's good. All right. Wonderful. See my baby Jesus. I still got to go to my box and get all my Jesuses. I bought a bunch of Jesuses. All right. So we do have, isn't that pretty? We do have messages from, I always ask if there's any messages from the Ascended Masters for our class. And there's always Ascended Masters coming forward because we are ready for the messages that they offer us. So 3 Ascended Masters step forward today, each with a gift and a message tailored for our class, wrapped in the flame of remembrance. We have Lady Nada. She comes in often. She's one of my biggest Ascended Masters. The rose flame of divine love. Her messages. Beloveds, your presence is the medicine. Your remembrance is the healing. Let no fear cloud your tenderness, for the gentlest hearts are the strongest warriors of the light. As timelines shift and densities rise, let your compassion remain unshaken. The song you sing, even when whispered, reshapes worlds. Bring love where there is silence, and watch the petals of the new earth bloom. The gift to us is a single rose, crystalline and iridescent. Place it on the inner altar of your heart. It will blossom in each class member when they speak from love. Master El Moria, the blue flame of divine will. His message. Discipline is devotion in motion. You walk the flame with freedom, but do not forget structure. Anchor your divine will with intention. Daily, clearly, with power. Today you are asked to claim your roles vocally and fully. Speak what you are. Declare what you serve. Your gift is a sapphire scroll. It reads, by divine will, I serve the light without compromise. Speak it aloud to activate your inner command center for your highest good. Right? By divine will, I serve the light without compromise. And we have Serapis Bay coming in, the white flame of ascension. Only Hope's playing. You are ascending, not only upward, but inward, deeper and wider. There is no separation between your rising and your integration. Today, notice what still seeks healing. Not all pain is weakness. Some of it is a map. Follow it. The gift is a white feather. A white feather appears before each of you, a symbol of purity and the courage to cleanse what no longer serves you. The collective message is the gates of solar alignment are opening. In this now, hold hands across timelines. Some of you will remember roles in Atlantis, Lemuria, Inner Earth, and the stars. Bring those gifts forward with reverence. You are not preparing anymore. You are embodying. Okay? You are embodying who you are to soul level. I'm going to tell her we had Archangel Michael show up too. Does he have a message for us today? My head back down. Lift my hand and pray to be only yours. I pray. Okay. I said we had Archangel Michael show up too. Does he have a message for us today? Archangel Michael steps forward, clad in sapphire flame and golden light, his wings vast as the sky. His presence wraps around the butterfly sanctuary like a mantle of celestial armor. The message from him today. Warriors of light, you are not just remembering. You are anchoring. Your voices tear through illusions. Your hearts break the chains of shadow. There is no need to fear the fire, for you are made of it. You carry the sword of truth, not to harm, but to sever what is false. When doubt creeps in, speak my name, Archangel Michael. I walk with you, behind you, within you. This sanctuary is shielded. Your work is seen, and the heavens stand with you. The gift is a sword of sapphire light. Place it etherically at the center of your class circle today. It will cut through confusion, interference, and fear.
I can't see it, but I can feel it.
By the will of the Most High and the flame of truth, I anchor the sword of Michael within this space. Let no shadow pass. Let only truth speak. So it is. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get a sigil for that. But all right. We're going to get right into Anna. We are starting Anna, the voice of the Magdalines. We have had introductions to everyone that is bringing us this message. Catherine Ann and Claire, Archangel Gabriel and Yeshua, and of course, the Magdalines, the three Marys. We got a blessing from them. And also Anna. So yes, Right? Every time I speak, you're always there. Okay. This is part 1. The Magdalines speak. Lifting the vow of silence. Secrets revealed. Yeah, she definitely would have liked that part of class. Yes, I love Michelle Branch. We're never alone. We're never alone. I always tell you guys that. Never alone. We've never been alone. Lifting the vow of silence. Secret revealed. France, Samaria, India, Egypt. Anna, the voice of the Magdalines. Historical and geographical overview. Now I shall give you a brief historical and geographical overview so that you may orient yourself and relax into my story's telling. In the fair lands of France and Britain, I walked with my grandson, Yeshua, his mother, Marianna, his beloved Magdalines, and others of the family. These precious souls shall speak of things withheld through time. Their voices can now be heard by those of you who are prepared to awaken and demonstrate the power of the Grail seated deeply within you. Hello, BX. Hi, beautiful angel. For we partook of initiation mysteries in which a higher order of ascension was realized and recorded into the stones of these holy lands and into the genetics of the generations that followed. So it is that my words are far more than just the telling of my sojourn's last remaining years. We will take up the thread of my tale's weaving with the telling of my brief stay in France, then called Roman Gaul, my journey across her breadth to a northerly port village, and then setting sail to Britain's hoped-for haven. Subsequent years unfolded with short respites of leisurely repose, punctuated by times of challenging human drama with family and friends. I warmed chilled bones with the telling of wisdom stories beside hearth fires. Across the lands of Gaul and Britain, we consecrated our life force within sacred groves, caves, and standing stone circles, which have stood witness to the divinity in all life from time before time. Sad to say, tranquil peace within our cottages, orchards, and a seen way of life was constantly overshadowed by the haunting presence of Rome, which had earlier made Gaul its colonial state. And in 55 and 54 BC, Julius Caesar's territorial stake had also been driven into the tribal lands of southeastern Britain. Fortunately, Caesar's armies retreated back to the continent soon after their landing, and Britain's fair lands remained untouched by Roman legions for many years. When I first arrived in Avalon in late AD 38, we were free of their influence for almost 5 years. This is another place that comes up a lot with us, Avalon. Yet during that time, there was always a foreboding sense that my virginal haven amid the British Celts would not last forever. My peaceful refuge ceased to be when, in AD 43, the Emperor Claudius took Britain as a provincial prize. Soon the island's lowlands and highlands were crisscrossed with well-engineered roads and bridges. Rustic Celtic timbered hill forts were replaced with fortresses. Tribal kings' mud and wattle strongholds gave way to stone villas, and sacred springs fed lavish baths for sophisticated urban patrons. I witnessed the first 40 of what was to total over 300 years of Roman occupation, Within a decade of Claudius coming, the thread of my story continued to twist tortuously through nightmarish terrain. Now, let us begin at the beginning of this story's full telling by returning to the estuary of the river Rhone, where our boat without sail or oars found refuge from the great sea. Where if in your day you were to visit the village called Saint Maries de la Mer, you would encounter the annual gathering of gypsies who remember and honor through time the coming of the two Marys. In fact, more, if the truth be known, and a veiled girl child they called Sarah. Sarah. Flower power. Mine are in my mailbox. Anna, a new life begins. The family arrives in southern Gaul. Oh, I wanted to tell you guys, I chuckled a little bit. It said Highlands, because Highlands County is where Sebring is, where I live, in Highlands County. No. The family arrives in southern Gaul. I am glad that you are here, my beloved friend. The cloak that has concealed my life has grown heavy. It is time to share and lighten the load my family and I have carried. You were just in Highland on Monday. You can't make this up. That's wild. It is time to share and lighten the load my family and I have carried. You are ready to hear what has long been kept hidden. Ye, indeed, there is a deep soreness etched into our bones from the oaths of secrecy we have taken to protect what we know from those who would be harmed or bring harm to others. My throat's being attacked right now. Okay. What has come to be called Christianity, and indeed we ourselves have purposely obscured our footsteps and our simple path. During my time, our Essene and Gnostic ways were held suspect by those in power in Rome. Among the splintered factions that never knew Yeshua personally, a powerful mythos and religious doctrine began to be formed, which was based on his little understood life and the true basis of his teachings. Secreted truths that couldn't be entirely suppressed became increasingly threatening to the growing Church of Rome. Its patriarchal hierarchy merged church and state in order to gain an empire of great wealth and influence. As more years passed, we who safeguarded these secrets were branded heretics. And in the name of God, the fruit of our family tree was burned at the stake. Sadly, like all spiritual lineages that come to be the unifying light within the dance of duality, ours is a lineage of light bearers, familiar with threats of torture and loss of life. Hi, Terry. Hi, beautiful angel. Yet, what darkened our days was not so much the grieving of personal loss of life as much as the trampling of those ways we freely shared, in which any sincere heart could know a greater liberation. It was the twisting of the message of love's power that caused us distress. Yet, paradoxically, it was within our suffering that our hearts of compassion opened still wider. For we knew in a season yet to come, the suffering borne to those who oppressed us would be far greater than ours. What is sown must be harvested. It is for all these reasons that I am glad that you and I may meet through these pages. Let us walk together, arm in arm, across the shadowy terrain of my remaining years. Along the way, I shall reveal secrets that I have held close to my heart in order to protect the truth of my family's legacy. But first, I must take you aside and request that you ask yourself these questions. Once you hear what I am about to tell, what will you do with any expanded understanding? What will you do with what might be considered heresy? Will being exposed to another possible truth make your heart lighter and more loving? Will you live your life in a way that will be of greater benefit to others? Please pause. Contemplate deeply what you find in your mind and heart. Then we shall go on. Everything that we allow into our fields, every person we listen to, every book we read, every website we're brought to, they all make a difference in how we react to them, right? So she's basically asking you, is this going to change your life? Is this going to change the way, if this is going to change the way that you look at life, if you let it? Because you have to choose. You always have a choice. You can either choose to incorporate these knowings into your life, or you can choose to just let it go, right? But the thing is, once you hear something, you can't unhear it. Just like once you see something, you can't unsee it. Once you learn this knowledge, you can't unlearn it. Okay. All right. Saints Maris de la Mer, 8032. We are met now upon the shore where the mighty Rhone Delta meets the Great Sea. This land is called Gaul by the emperors of Rome, who have claimed it by force. For those that don't know, Gaul is France, however you want to say it. Wresting it from the ancient Celtic tribes who now pay heavy tribute to those who call themselves gods. As it was in Galilee and Judea, so the yoke of oppression is also felt here. We remain a family in exile. Memory of our arrival and the beginning of a new life rises, as do the early morning mists that hover softly above our new homeland. Out of these ethereal threads, a tapestry of myriad impressions coalesces around my mind and heart. A balmy haze gathers upon the shore where now we walk. Warm, languid waters lap at our bare feet as we stroll between grassy dunes and sea-swept beaches, laden with dark silt carried by the river from the uplands. Off in the distance to the north, there is evidence of a small fishing village with its moored skiffs and children at play. Fishermen cast their nets for the day's catch as they bob upon the gentle current, climbing a small hillock covered with dune grass and dense scrub. We can gaze seaward where large wind-driven fraying boats sport colorful sails. These are familiar to me, for my son Joseph of Arimathea made his business trade upon the seas. Just weeks earlier in Alexandria, it had been one of Joseph's boats stripped of its sails and oars by order of an offended Roman centurion that had carried us miraculously undetected against all odds to this gentle haven. Underscoring our recent trauma, a large slave-driven Roman warship looms now into view. As quickly as it appears, slicing the water with skilled precision, it fades into the hazy horizon. Not far from us, where the main body of the Rhone spreads wide, there is a Roman stronghold you call Marseille. Marseille, France, right? Marseille, France. Okay. Its history as a citadel of trade and war stretches far back in time. Its strategic position served the ancient seafaring Phoenicians and Greeks before Rome came to power. I was also aware that just upriver from us, where there was a newer, burgeoning city called Arles that catered to the tastes of the aristocracy, it was said to be modeled after the imperial city. About such things, I learned much during the lively talks we shared with our generous hosts after breaking bread in the evenings. Many stories were told about the suffering of the local people and how similar their lives were to ours during those last years Yeshua walked with us in Mount Carmel and Jerusalem. My body involuntarily contracts as I recall the accumulated stress and tension we all had to master in those days. Like the sea plowed by a man of war disappearing into a gathering fog. Unsettling thoughts rise up to disturb the otherwise tranquil waters of my mind. I breathe, and my body easily relaxes into the gifts of the now. Although there are moments of anxiety, these are soon replaced with abundant feelings of gratitude that so many of my family are here with me. At another telling, when more is in place, I will share as openly as I can about these family members. Meanwhile, let us patiently set the stage. This is a rich and fertile land. We are given sufficient provisions day by day for our needs. The children who came with us on the harrying journey from Alexandria were made strong through our initiation of faith. This will prepare them for the challenges they are sure to face. In these days of much needed rest, we instill calm in one another as well as vigilance. We must be continually watchful, ready to move at a moment's notice. We are relaxed, yet eager for our new life before us. Though we limped into the estuary of the Rhone, we regained our strength quickly with the help of the villagers, who took us into their humble homes and treated us as honored guests. We refrained from telling all that could be said that might identify us as fugitives. However, we did share about the miracles at sea when Creator heard our unified prayers and set our listing boat on a northwesterly current that eventually washed us upon this blessed shore. They delighted to hear how our bellies were fed by fish aplenty and our parched throats were quenched by gentle rain. They marveled at our faith and our vibrant health and cheery dispositions. Shortly upon our arrival, my eldest son, Joseph of Arimathea, who knew a great deal about the Mediterranean coastline, and thus our whereabouts, immediately sent word by messenger to a friend in commerce who lived nearby in Marseille. He was a well-trusted merchant who had for many years been an undercover liaison for Joseph when he had brought initiates, manuscripts, and supplies to various Essene communities throughout southern Gaul. In various stages, word was carried by boat and rider to the Essene sanctuary at the foot of the Pyrenees, where my sons, Isaac and Jacob, lived in seclusion. This compound, fashioned after Mount Carmel, was one of its most important outreaches. It was here that I came shortly after I had conceived Mary Anna, Mother Mary, in Britain. It was here that she and I were destined to return. In 18 BC, Isaac and Jacob had moved permanently to this region of the Languedoc, where the mystical Mount Bugarac dominates the landscape. With dedicated industry and devotion, they contributed much to expanding this Essene monastic outpost. They also gave freely of their time and energy to the physical and spiritual welfare of the families who lived in the surrounding small rural villages. For those who came from abroad, and those living nearby who wished to deepen their capacity for joyful, simple living, the school they established taught how to maintain physical and emotional well-being, good farming and husbandry practices, and how to live in great harmony with one another and nature. Those with sufficient interest, hi Steffi, hi darling. Mar says, Seven Marys. Yes, Wendy, yes, darling. Hi Jill, hi darling, I see you over there. Those with sufficient interest in discipline were also taught how to memorize and recite oral arcane teachings, as well as how to read and write. They could then make good use of the library I had initiated many years earlier. Among these were also men and women who sought a deeper contemplative life removed from worldly distractions. As in Mount Carmel, it was possible to sustain a consistent practice of the ancient methods for attaining various levels of enlightenment. It has been over 30 years since I last saw Isaac, who is now 79 years of age. I am eager to embrace him and hope his Essene practices of meditation and diet have served his body well. Likewise, I have not seen his beautiful Egyptian wife, Tabitha, in many years, and hope she also has benefited from our wisdom teachings and way of life. Jacob, who never married, is now 77. Fortunately, I had the opportunity to have Jacob close to me for a year in Mount Carmel after he fulfilled his duties as Yeshua, James, and Joseph, the younger's chaperone, to and from India. My grandson Joseph remained in India. Nevertheless, it has been far too many years since being with this son who reminds me so much of his father, my beloved Joachim. As I attune to Jacob, I sense his robust energy. I know that once he receives word of our place of arrival, he will make haste and escort us to his Languedoc home, our new Mount Carmel. A month after arriving in Gaul and 2 weeks before the journey to Mount Bugarek, and indeed it was my energetic Jacob who first arrived at the abode where Mary Anna, Mother Mary, her younger children, and I have received refuge. Mary Anna's youngest boy child, Matthias, who had just turned 8, saw his uncle in a dream the previous night and knew he was close. This precocious child had a sense of this man called Jacob, for he was always one of the children closest to my knee when I told stories about the adventures of his stepbrothers Yeshua, James, and Joseph, the younger, in India. He remembered that it was his uncle Jacob who took these older brothers to the Orient, where they learned many great things from many great teachers. Matthias knew this mysterious uncle lived in the mountains to the west, where we would soon travel, and that it would be this uncle who would help us find a safe haven. Keeping his dream to himself, Matthias was the first to see Jacob's approach from his favorite lookout. Perched high in the limbs of a great sycamore tree, he watched a lone horseman coming at a trot. Mounted on a large black draft horse common to Gaul, his uncle was easy to recognize, even from a distance. Responding to Matthias' waving of white cloth, Jacob urged his horse to a gallop, stopping just in time to gather the laughing lad into his arms. Setting him astride in front of him, hearing the clattering of hoofs and merry voices, the rest of the children in the household turned away from their chores to run out the thatched gate. Thankfully, their much talked about uncle had safely arrived. Though at first a stranger, he was soon embraced and plied with 100 questions before he could even think of coming inside. Needless to say, his sister Mary Anna and I were among the throng to greet him. What a delight to behold my son, who indeed looked younger than his years. He appeared to look so much like his father that I had to suppress a startled sigh. Jacob explained that he had ridden several hours ahead of Isaac and Tabitha, who were coming with a small caravan of wagons, which would transport us comfortably to our new home. During the short time that Jacob required to wash himself, as was our custom, the children ran to the other households to spread the good news. In no time, we were all gathered around a large hand-hewn table in our host's great room. Jacob was giving goat's milk and new wine, breads and cheeses, dried figs and nut meats, and the season's first crop of apples and pears. It was difficult to hold our customary silence as he mindfully ate each bite. As soon as my son was finished eating, and before he could rinse his hands, we began peppering him with a steady stream of questions. He loved every moment of it. Jacob, like many of his siblings, was a great storyteller. He enthusiastically responded to our requests for news about the family scattered here and there, and those who lived in the community from whence he had come. While Jacob was still elaborating on various topics of interest, the village children ran out to meet Isaac and Tabitha's caravan. Once spotted, the children and their parents escorted the whole lot to our door. In spite of all the clamor and milling around, I ran through the crowd to my son and daughter-in-law's wagon. A teary-eyed Tabitha jumped immediately to the ground and was soon enveloped in her daughter Sarah's exuberant arms. Isaac, smiling from ear to ear, was slower to climb down and limped towards me with the aid of a cane. Once getting his land legs, he picked me up in his bear-like arms as if I were a child. I could not hold back the tears of joy in remembrance of those days, when, as now, any of my family members returned from a long absence. Introductions were made all around, and soon the great room and outer porch were filled to overflowing. Knowing there would be many beloved mouths to feed, we women had for days been busy preparing a feast. As soon as everyone was made ready and the ritual candles were lit, great platters and bowls were heaped high with all manner of savory foods. The bounty was placed on the table and in laps for all to enjoy. Festivities went on into the late hours. It had been a long time since we had celebrated with so much good food, singing, and dancing. Those who had come to take us to our new Mount Carmel home stayed on for several more days in order to rest the animals and gather supplies for our journey to the mountains. I will long cherish these memories of carefree merriment after so many years of hardship. What next we meet, dear friend, we will take our departure from St. Mary's de la Mer, and I shall describe how it was that we finally arrived at the little valley nestled close to the mysterious mountain called Bugarek. Soon thereafter, we shall hear from those family members and friends who also desire to share their voices. All right. Right? They had a big feast. And they're reunited with family. All right, yeah. Yep, and it was all yellow. And there's the sword. There's the Michael sword. Yep. We have 11 minutes till our snaps. Ooh. Hi, Teresa. Hi, darling. How are you doing? You're mellow yellow. Yeah. Hello, Jessica. Welcome in. Across for you. You woke up to a dead phone. You forgot to plug it in? Got a new extension cord and you have to flip the switch. Uh-oh. Oh, goodness. You know what? Grand Rising Sunshine. Oh, your phone has 3%. Uh-oh. What is the Schumann at right now? Schumann's at 57 right now. And look at that. Huge timeline spikes. I need a mask. You guys all know what the Schumann is, right? The Schumann resonance is the heartbeat of the planet. The baseline is around 7.83 hertz. Anything above 40 hertz is considered extremely elevated. So it's 57 today. It indicates a significant and rare energetic event on Earth. Not just geophysical, but consciousness affecting as well. Acceleration of ascension energies. At this level, DNA light body upgrades are accelerated. You may feel physical effects like buzzing in your ears, dizziness, nausea, heart palpitations, or heightened sensitivity. Emotional purges may surface. Tears, fatigue, irritability, as trauma and density are pushed out. Your pineal gland and crown chakra will be activated. Increased downloads or messages from higher realms. Lucid dreams, waking visions, light codes, and tones may present. Classes like yours will feel more connected, like the veil is paper thin. Group light work and missions are amplified. Butterfly Sanctuary is likely contributing to this. When your group anchors light or speaks sacred tones, it resonates through the grid. Group meditations or songs done during a Schumann spike carry more weight and ripple through the collective. Timeline merging and collapsing. A spike this high often means multiple timelines are trying to merge. You may feel disoriented, like past, present, and future blur. This is a sign that the higher timeline is taking hold. What we can do: hydrate. Yes, drink lots of water. I've been going through like 4, 5, 6, maybe sometimes 6 cups a day of water. I do drink flavored water. So I also, another thing I do, guys, and I haven't shared this with you yet, and I'm going to probably do it after snaps, but I'm going to share with you what I put in my water and why. It helps integrate the new frequencies. To lay on the earth or to get your feet on the earth. Touch a tree. Connect to Gaia directly. Tone or chant. Use your voice to harmonize with the new resonance. Set intentions out loud. Today is a high manifestation window. High manifestation window. This spike is a call to all flame holders. Rise and remember your tone, your vow, your service. The song of earth is being rewritten, and your notes are key. Stand in clarity. Sing with trust. The light is moving swiftly now. Right? It is. Eight, 9, 10, 11. Oh, I had a wild dream last night too. I don't even know how to unpack it or what it was about. It was weird. I was in this little England. I was in England, but it was like a little village, and there was like little shops in there. And I went into the shop, so there was people there, and it started raining, and I went outside on it was like these places were like on top of each other, like, and I was on like the second level outside and like onto the roof, but it was raining. And a big like wind came and blew up the roof and blew me up with it. But there was a guy sitting in a chair, like right outside the door of this little shop. And when it came down, I said to him, you could have warned me about that, because I almost fell off the roof. And he just smiled at me. And I remember he had like weird teeth. He had bad teeth, like blackened teeth. And what did he say his name was? Like his name was like Alabaster or something. Alabaster. I don't know. But then I woke up. So I'm like, what the heck was that all about? I don't know. It was a weird dream. Hello, Rosa. How are you feeling, my beautiful daughter? When I don't belong, you say I am yours. Oh yeah, let's see. We got 1 minute, guys.
the time I hit my 50s, I'd learned a few things, like how family is precious. Work can always wait. And 99% of people over 50...
I'm probably going to make a video about this too, so.
Not everyone at risk will develop it, but I did.
Because this is important stuff to know.
Blistering rash
Okay, guys, it is 10:11. So here we go. All right, this is our butterfly. All y'all are on there, and you're empowering yourself, and you are creating. And this is our past loved ones. They're always with us, always right beside us. Bobby Rocks did this. We are the Sophia Dragon tribe. This is our DNA, rising from 2 strand to 12 strand. There's the butterfly. Steffi did that for us, reminding that we're always watched over. We're always guided. Kathy did this for us. This is our rainbow butterflies. That's who we are. And Forest Fairy did this. This is also our room. Dragon Energy, Priest Pan, Joker, Mother Goose, the Unicorn. This is the song of the 144,000. Because we thank Father God. We thank you, Mother Father, that you have revealed to us your protective universal light, that within this light is complete protection from all destructive forces, that the Holy Spirit of your presence permeates us in this light, and wherever we will the light to descend. Oh, we thank you, Mother Father, that you fill us with your protective fires of love. Wow, I got a restriction for that. My goodness. Is completely protection from all destructive thoughts and feelings, that the consciousness of Christ is lifted up in us in this love. And wherever we will the love to be inflamed. Big ol' lucky hug for everyone in here creating and empowering yourself. We thank you, Mother Father, that you are in us and we are in you, and that through us your will is sent forth on wings of power. That your purpose is accomplished on earth as it is in heaven, and that through us your light and love and power is manifest to all the sons and daughters of mankind. We are the love, we are the light, we are the truth, we are. And divine love is working through us here and now to create the new earth and bring in the golden age. This is our healing chain, and all these people have asked us to connect our energy with theirs so that they can heal themselves. So however you do that, with light language, with Reiki, with crystal healing, or with prayer. I'm going to call in Archangel Raphael and have him connect his energy to all these beautiful people. And we are going to send them love, light, and healing energy now. Yes, of course. Of course. Yes, of course. Yes, of course. Hello, Avatara. Hi, beautiful angel.
I hear the whisper underneath your breath. I hear you whisper you have nothing left. I will send out an army to find
all right. Thank you for that. All right. I'm going to tell you, Spirit tells me they want me to tell you this. So I'm going to tell you what I do with my water. And this is not something that Serion'el told me to do. This is something that Spirit told me through a download that I got one day. And so I do this, and I asked Serion'el what it does. What does it do for the human body? Or actually the angelic body, because we aren't really human after all. So I'm going to show you what I do and how I do it. The first thing that I do is I put a quartz crystal wrapped in copper in my water. It's at the bottom of my cup, or I'd show you the one I have, but I wrap copper wire around a crystal and I put it in my water. Only quartz crystal, guys. No other kind of crystal will do. It has to be a quartz. And definitely don't put selenite in water, okay? So it has to be a quartz crystal and wrap it in copper wire. Let me show you how I do that. Let me get my wire real quick. Okay. Tell me I gotta show you, so I'll show you. This is just a regular copper wire. Yes, crystal blue persuasion. Yeah. I was told quartz, so that's what I use. And Spirit saying just tell them quartz. So then I take like a little piece of this, just a little piece. Okay. And I just take the wire. And wrap it. Doesn't have to be a lot of copper wire. You can wrap it 2-3 times. It doesn't matter how many times you wrap it. But you just wrap it around your crystal. Okay? So it kind of looks like that. You can do 3, 4. You can do however many you want to. But then you're going to put this at the bottom of your cup. Put it at the bottom of your cup. Now, what it does. What does this do, you ask? Okay. Placing a crystal wrapped in copper into water creates a powerful energetic circuit that can amplify healing, manifestation, and clearing effects. But it's also something to be done with care and awareness. Care and awareness. You're being told this because you're ready. What does it do? It amplifies energy transfer. Copper is a conductor. This is why I add it to my ankhs also. It channels and magnifies the crystal's energy into the water. It forms a loop of resonance. Copper pulls in frequencies. The crystal tunes them, and the water absorbs and stores them. This makes your water into a type of liquid elixir or frequency-charged potion. 2, it creates a structured or living water. Water stores memory. When crystal and copper and intention meet, it restructures the molecular pattern of the water. Think snowflake geometry. Drinking it can harmonize your cells, calm your nervous system, and support spiritual awakening. Okay. It enhances chakra activation or intentional use. Depending on the crystal, this water can. Okay, so you can add a different crystal if you want. I just use quartz. So if you add rose quartz, it'll amplify love and heart healing. You can use amethyst. This will support your third eye and dream work. Black tourmaline will create protective shielding. Citrine or carnelian will boost solar energy, joy, or creativity. But important safety note, not all crystals are water safe. Some can release toxic minerals, malachite, selenite, galena. Okay, angelite, fluorite, don't put these in water. That's why I say stick to a quartz and make sure it's a quartz. Okay? Okay. Copper itself can leach into water if immersed, especially in acidic or warm water, which may cause digestive issues if consumed in high amounts. Don't put a lot. Like I said, they told me to show you how much I put, just a tiny bit. Okay? Choose if you want to do this or not. It's up to you, right? Always. Safe practices. Another thing you can do is use an indirect method. Place a wrapped crystal in a small sealed glass vial or jar, then set that inside or beside your water container. Or place the crystal and copper around the outside of the water jug like a charging grid. Okay, so speak or tone your intention into the water as it charges. This completes a frequency imprint. This is water alchemy. It enhances water alchemy. When crystal, copper, and water dance, a new harmonic is born. But as with all alchemy, wisdom must guide the hand. Let your water be a scroll. Write truth upon it. Okay? Okay. So that's one thing I do. The second thing I do is I add a teaspoon of bicarbonate soda to a half a gallon of water. I make my water in a jug, right? A 2-quart jug. I filled it with 2 quarts of water, and then I add a teaspoon of bicarbonate soda. Why do I do this? Again, this was a download I got. Spirit told me to do it. I did it. What does it do? It alkalizes the body. Baking soda is alkaline. It raises the pH of your water. Drinking slightly alkalized water can help reduce internal acidity, support digestion, ease heartburn or acid reflux, possibly reduce inflammation in the long term. So it reduces acid reflux, which I was getting a lot because I drink these flavored waters. So when I add the bicarbonate soda, then it reduces it. It's also for detoxification and cleansing support. Alkaline environments help the body flush out toxins more efficiently. It supports the lymphatic system and can gently aid kidney and liver function. Some people add it during fasting or cleansing phases. And 3, it boosts energy and reduces fatigue. Acidity in the blood contributes to chronic fatigue. By drinking baking soda water in moderation, like I said, 1 teaspoon to a half a gallon of water. Okay, you can even use half a teaspoon. Drinking baking soda water in moderation, the blood chemistry may stabilize, and people often report more energy and clearer thinking. Okay? So, okay, it does add a little sodium to your system. Also, energetic spiritual uses. In spiritual detoxing, baking soda water is used to neutralize dense or stuck frequencies in the body. It's often part of cleansing rituals, especially when combined with lemon water or a bit of sea salt or Celtic salt. It can be paired with crystal water rituals to symbolize purification and rebirth. Okay, so when the flame meets the waters of earth, a sacred neutral is born. Use not too much nor too little. Let your temple remember balance. Okay, so these are the two things I do with my water. Choose to do it or not. I've been doing it for probably a year. And in that year, I've not been sick. I have not gotten heartburn anymore from my waters that I drink. And yeah, I feel a lot more connected to spirit. So that's what I do. Okay, guys. Let's see. We're going to do a little bit of the Eternal Words, the Immortal series. And then that'll be class for the day. So we are on chapter 18, microcosmic. Remember, he just talked to God. He just talked to God, who was a one-eyed God, and then split up into 144,000, and then more and more and more, right? That's awesome, Avatara. My grandson doesn't drink soda either. We don't give him soda. Yep. There you go. You can add like I said, add lemon juice. Do baking soda and lemon juice then. Lemon juice is great for your body. Good for you, Betty. Yes. I also take the Shilajit gummies that I love. They have ashwagandha in them. I have a link in my shop for those. They're amazing. I used to take the stuff in and add it to water, but it tastes like dirty tires to me, and I didn't like it. So I ordered the gummies thinking they'd taste better, and they do. They really do. It makes a huge difference when I'm because I like the way the Shilajit makes me feel, and I love ashwagandha. So having the two in one gummy is amazing. And I do take moringa also. Yes, I do. Yes, flower power. I mean, pill form is good too. The gummies are great. They taste like fruity. Yeah. Yep, right. Burnt tires. Exactly. That's what it tasted like to me. I was like, because I paid $40 for the little jar of it. And so I wasn't going to waste it, So I did take it. It did make me feel good. Yep, soursop. The soursop bitters I've tried too. I didn't like that. Oh, those are woof. The flavor of those, holy moly. Yeah. So but I like the gummies. They're good. All right. Microcosmic universes. Remember, he's got to talk to the micro and the macro. He just talked to God, so that's the macro. So he still needs to talk to the micro. He says, thanks to the power of the Ancient of Days, all-seeing eye, it was relatively easy to use the power of thought to alter time, space, and motion. I increased the size of one of the carbon atoms and reduced the flow of time several times. My attention was taken up by a single atom, larger than a beach ball, but with the texture of a circular cloud. The electrons were circulating with such speed. They were nothing but a gauzy blur. I needed to slow time tremendously to perceive the electrons individually. As I concentrated, I began to appreciate the tremendous speed at which the particles within the atom move. I kept slowing time and nothing seemed to change. It was still blurry. Finally, the form of the atom began to materialize. The electrons did not circle the nucleus in perfect spherical order as depicted in my high school science books. Instead, they circulated in complex spiral formations that took them around the nucleus all right, but in such a way that each electron covered a tremendous amount of space before they returned to the point of origin. These irregular orbits by the various electrons created lines or strands of force that had their own space and did not infringe on the space of other orbits. Overall, these various orbits created the appearance of threads that wove an object with a form a little like a human heart standing on its end. There seemed to be a vortex opening at the top, as if taking in an inflow of force and then releasing it through the bottom. As I slowed time even more, I was amazed that the atom seemed to be pulsating or beating like a heart. Watching the pulsing atom, it dawned on me that I was watching a living thing. I had previously heard that life is everywhere, even in the atoms. Now, seeing one come alive before my eyes, it was another matter. It lifted the truth from platitude to living experience for me. Communicate with this entity, conveyed the silent voice of my guide, the Ancient of Days. And how do I do that? Just make the attempt and the knowledge will come. Okay, I thought. Even though I did not know what I was doing, I began to sense the consciousness of the atom. I credited my discovery to the heightened consciousness of my companion. Interplay of communication was achieved after what seemed like several moments. Of course, this did not take place in words, but lightning fast impressions that I will attempt to verbalize. You have awakened me from a long slumber. Why? I want to communicate with you. Why? To know more about you. Why do you say you have been slumbering? You looked so alive. I am alive, it said, but asleep to this world and awakening on others. What do you mean awakening on others? I finished my individual evolution many eons ago. Today, my inner workings are set and do not require my attention. Now I join my consciousness with others and reach out to identify with higher form and a different dimension of time. I join and join and join until I find the self-conscious beings in the upper world. I believe I would be one of those self-conscious beings of the upper world, I replied ironically. The atom shook, and I sensed a great thrill surge through its being. How could it be that one so high could visit one so lowly? Maybe it's because one much higher than myself is assisting me, I said, humbled by his adoration. And how did you pick me? You were the one that was before us as we made our descent. It's difficult to believe that random selection brought us together. Can you let me see through your eyes into your world so I can know for sure? It's actually one eye, I said. I am using an all-seeing eye of a great master of the upper world. May I use the eye, it said? I've dreamed for untold ages of obtaining a view of your world. My thoughts went to my companion. Can we honor his request? It is done, was the swift reply. Immediately, I became aware of what was shown to the atom. It saw my life as well as images of many people from every race going about their normal activities. Then we saw the earth and all the various life forms upon it. This vision was finished off by a view from space with the sun and the stars in the background. I am most grateful, said the atom. I see the evolution of the upper world, especially humanity, is still in its infancy, unlike the universe within me. What do you mean by a universe within yourself? I asked. I see you came here to explore and communicate. You will find out soon. Is it all right for us to enter your space and see your universe? I would be honored, and am especially honored at the presence of he who is with you. The feeling is mutual, I said. When the one great life unifies your universe, we will meet again. In the meantime, I will share the vision you have given me with others of my kind. I sensed it was time to move forward and slowed down time even more than previously. I found I had to slow it several times before the particles of the atom became visible and ceased being a blur of fast-moving lines of force. As time slowed, the form of the atom disappeared, and all that seemed to remain were several points in space, circling around what appeared to be a central sun. I assume these points are electrons, I said, grateful I had paid attention in science. Yes, was the patient reply. I want to take a closer look, I said, my curiosity heightening at every change we experienced. We moved toward one of the points until it became as large as a basketball moving through space. I was amazed to see that it too was pulsating, but in a different way from the atom. Instead of beating like a heart, the electrons seemed to move in and out of existence. Hi, Russ. What is happening here? I asked, dumbfounded. The answer came. Unlike the macrocosmic world where we reside, this microcosmic world has reached relative perfection. The lives here have completed their evolution and have reached such balance between spirit and matter that they are neither spirit nor matter, but live in both worlds at the same time. Then I noticed another phenomenon as time slowed. After the electron went out of existence or into the world of pure spirit, it left an effect that I sensed. The space it occupied did not seem empty when it departed, but appeared to be composed of some type of fabric, which closed in on the space where the electron once was, something like water closing in to fill a hole. Then, when the electron returned, it seemed to push the waters of space back again. This sight set my mind whirling with previous things I had read as I thought. They say scientists can't determine whether the electron is a particle or a wave. Perhaps this solves the mystery. We see here that half the time it is a particle, and the other half, only a wave exists. You see correctly, concurred the Ancient of Days. And where is the nucleus? I asked, looking around in the distance. I shifted my gaze and was surprised at how far away it was. It appeared as distant as did Venus in the morning sky. Logically, the next step was to explore this center of the atom. I then felt my companion's unapproving thoughts to move ahead. All right, we are going to stop right there and continue tomorrow with that. And that, guys, is class for the day. I think we got a lot to think about. We learned a lot today. And Russ is here with Freebird. So I'm going to go ahead and get our Discord ready for the Son of Orion. If anyone would like to come up, you're more than welcome to come up. And let me know what you learned today or how you feeling, what's going on in your life. I would love to hear. Love you, child of God. Have a beautiful day. Here comes Lynette. Yay.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
How are you? Oh, I love your class. I have missed it, though. I've been busy working and doing so many things, trying to prep and get ready for this move. But I went on to the YouTube page to see the past. Do you have it? I looked for it. I really did because I want to get caught up in this book. Do you have it on a playlist, or have you uploaded them yet? Because
yeah, it's on the let me see.
You have it in a separate playlist, like for this story, right? So the Anna Part 2 playlist or something?
No. No, but I have the classes.
So every class, I went onto your video list. And it just went random. Like it had like one from 4 months ago, and then one
Really?
from a year ago, one for.
Okay, so
like, well, usually the videos play the last one uploaded,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
And it's not doing that, right? So I was like, I don't even know. I should probably ask her.
Playlist Ascension Classes. View full playlist.
Okay, so I can't go onto the video list. Okay, it's the Ascension Classes. Okay, that's why they were on.
Yeah, they're on there.
The Ascension Classes. Okay, I went to the wrong spot because I went to video list because that's usually just where I go.
Oh, wait a minute. Yesterday's is on there. Where's the rest of my classes?
On there, but the rest of them aren't on there. That's right. That's what I found. That was the issue.
All right. I will check on that because they used to be on there. I don't know if maybe there's a song on there that's copyrighted, or I'll have to look.
I don't know because that's super annoying. Like I can't get this book.
So from the 23rd.
On my Audibles, it doesn't have this book, the Audible. So I'm like, okay, that means I'll have to go buy it.
23rd, 24, 25. So
it'll be the 23rd, 24th, and 25th.
Yeah, the rest are there. But the Friday we didn't have class. Remember, I had to take my daughter to the hospital. So there's only 2 that's missing. I'll find them and get them up.
Okay. It's just the characters, right? It's the character introduction. You said is what you're doing right now. I'm super interested in this book. So I'm like, I feel like you all do, I'm sure, in your own special, divine, personal way. We're feeling pulled to this book, like absolutely. So,
oh yeah,
it might just be universe telling me I just have to go buy it. I don't know.
Let me see.
Because I can't get it on Audible, so I can't listen to it. Well, that's what I did for the first one, and I think I listened to it 3 times with all the rewinding I've done to it. What did she just say? Wait, what did she just say? Because that's the one thing. I have an ADHD mind, so I always
Oh, yes.
It takes me extra longer to listen to anything, so I can't press the rewind button on you. So
yeah.
Some of the books I have to have.
I'll get it. I'll get those 2 up. Yeah, there's only 2 missing. Robin, the Son of Orion it's on YouTube. PSONN of Orion. I sent it to you. I sent it in your email.
What is it? I looked for it too.
It's PSONN, Son of Orion.
Oh, Son of Orion.
Yes, PSONN.
I looked for Song. I was like, well, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not meant to have it. This is what I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, okay.
No, it's PSONN. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm super excited to move. I'm so excited. I'm driving an extra 3.5 hours every day. Because I have to go pee a lot, guys. I don't have an easy bladder. So it's like I'm pulling over. I can be on a highway. It can be busy and stuff, but if the feeling comes, you gotta go. And so I'm pulling over, and it takes an extra 20 minutes every time I pull over. Right? So it's an extra long drive for me. And it's it's funny, not funny. Because my poor car, and then the gas I'm putting in it, $60 every other day. Almost. Every 2.5 days, I'm putting $60 in my tank.
Wow.
And I'm what the fuck? So my time, and then the gas, and this family doesn't like dogs. My daughter, I love her, God bless her. She's doing such a wonderful job on raising her children. She's very motherly, but she's extremely. They're bacteria phobes, right? So everything is disinfected. Everyone's hands are sprayed. Everyone's when you touch anything, you have to go wash your hands. I was getting rashes with bleeding cracks because I can't wash my hands so much. All this alcohol. Oh my god, it's a little bit over the top. So but that makes it extra over the top for my dog. So my dog's living in a basement, and I'm gone because I'm working 10 hours a day plus the drive. So it's 13 hours, and then I'm sleeping 8. My poor dog. So I'm really happy. This place has this place that I'm moving into, listen to this, it's way more expensive. I am trusting spirit. When I say I'm jumping in, sweetie, I am jumping in. This is $2,000 a month. All bills paid. But it's classified as a 2-bedroom, but I'm putting it into a 1-bedroom with my art studio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
So excited. I'm going to have an art studio. I'm going to be able to create again. I'm going to have it. It goes out to back sliding doors with my own private wooden patio.
Oh, that's
and then
wonderful.
my own little fire pit.
See that?
And I have my own little tree I can put my bird feeders in, and I can have it has to be a raised garden, but I can put my garden in. I'll have to buy the fledglings because we're already into, time to plant, so I'll have to look on market space for places, see what I can find. But still, yay me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just excited. Like, I'm moving in with like nothing, and we're going month to month. But my kitchen is huge, and I'm a vegetarian. I don't even know what I'm going to do with it all. I can have like 3 cupboards. I use 3 utensils. I use my steamer. That's what I use. My grill. I probably never even turn on the stove. It's so funny. But whatever. The oven when I'm baking. But I'm super excited about this. I can jar. Like, oh my God, that's what I'll use my space for, is jarring. Oh my God.
There you go.
And like herbs and it's gonna be. This is my dream house. This is everything. I have a front foyer. Like, I don't know. Like, I know I can make the money in the summer, and I have this OCD about paying my rent ahead of time. Like, I love being 3 months ahead on rent. Like, it's such a satisfying feeling to me. So I know that'll be okay. Like, before anything, I always pay my rent ahead.
Well, that's awesome. I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
Every time one door closes, another one opens.
That's right. Like, now I'll be able to go live. Like, I'll get like a stand, and I'll start doing regular lives with my artwork and reading and writing. And I'm writing the book. I'm on chapter 7 now, and it's the fun one. I'm talking about the first contact. Like, it's the entire chapter is about my first contact, my first channeling experience, right? And everything that preceded everything.
Nice.
Because I've never even gotten into detail on TikTok about it. Like, I've said a couple things. I've put up the light language that I was writing while they were channeling, because my hand had no control. They were doing everything. And as I was writing it, they were telling me that it was a story and that many people are going to see it, and that this is like, they were telling me all of this stuff, right? And then I share it, and it doesn't really go anywhere. But I don't know. I'm thinking maybe my stuff doesn't really go too far, because I don't know. But either way, it's all in the book, right? So I'll have it trademarked, right? And I'll have it copywritten. And then maybe the story will go out what it's supposed to, right? After it's all, I have myself backed, and I have my story written and copywritten, right? Like, that's a big thing, to have it in a book form for the memoir before you start sharing, because as much as I love our beautiful family here and our little one, thank you. Everything's working out so beautifully, the summer's going to be. And the thing is, like, okay, so life is saying, okay, here, have this. Okay, here, try this. Okay, do you want some of this? Or you have this. You have some options. That's what life is doing for me right now. And they're telling me, don't worry. Everything's going to be taken care of. You're going to do your artwork. That's going to pay for the rest of the rent, right? Your artwork is going to pay for it. So you're going to be okay. But then on the other side of it, like, don't we this connection, this new realm, this new place that we jumped timelines. We did something over this past month that's been spectacular. And I remember waking up, I can't remember what day it was, of course, but that was the first message from my guides, is you jumped timelines. Kind of thing. Like, that was the first thing they said to me. Like, I was like, okay. And I was like, that was a great way to wake up. Like, that was a great morning message. But and then I started getting the messages on TikTok and everything, and I was like, okay, yeah, there's my confirmation. Like, all the other ones out there, like, that can hear and stuff, that have that ability, and the ones that are popular, right? They're all saying the same thing. So I'm like, okay, that's good. But I feel like it's not only a connection that I'm going, like, it's the connection with Source and these animals that are going to come through, like little things that have happened in my life, like these little windows, right? Don't you get that? Those little windows of abilities that we have within ourselves, and they come online just to show us that we have them, and then we're like, and where did they go?
Mm-hmm.
I know I heard that bird talk to me once. Like, I know I heard that bird say good morning. I know I heard that bird telepathically. Well, it chirped. It told me good morning, and I heard it in my head. Why can't I hear it all the time? Right? Like, I know I've seen the trees I've seen them with their solid view, and then I've seen them their ethereal view, their parts, their energetic view that comes off of them, which is like stunning, and it makes them look more alive and have like an etheric look. I'm like, why can't I say that all the time? But that's what I feel like is happening now. You remember that? Okay, it's coming on. Okay, it's coming on. Like ding, 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 ding. And I think that's going to happen to us all, right? We all have those.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We have those. All of us have those windows. All of us. And that's what I feel like might be happening with all of us is the integration's happening now, right? Like those little tidbits of like now we can lean into it. Now we can almost, it's like I get the memory of it, and then I do this slow intake with my nostril. And that somehow, while I say lean in my head telepathically, I'm like lean in, and then all of a sudden I'm there and I feel it. It's so easy. It's like right there. It's like I could just take it off a shelf and just there it is. You know, it's so cool. It's so cool. It's so, it almost feels so natural. Like it's always so amazing. Like things are happening so well. I'm just happy. Why isn't anyone else coming up?
I don't know. We usually have 2 or 3 or 4 of you guys.
I know. I love you guys so much. Thank you for letting me talk though, because I don't really come up too often and get all
see that?
Talked.
Yeah.
What's everyone saying up here?
I'm telling you, manifestation is coming in for a lot of us. A lot of us.
Mm-hmm. I feel like this is the summer. This is it. Like it's like that sun. You know, I've been feeling this feeling of like the white sun. The white sun. It's a different sun. You know, that's what's coming through. It's a new white sun. Mm-hmm. It's a new white sun. And this sun brings codes. This sun is home. This sun is what we've been waiting for. This sun is what's here to help us raise the vibration. This sun is what's going to ignite the light in all the star seeds that are dormant. This sun is going to bring it on. Like this is what I'm feeling. But that is why they demonized it and said, oh, you know, there's this message that got out probably from some silly people or whatever saying, oh, that's a fake sun. It's a fake. It is not a fake sun.
It's a different sun for sure.
This is a very good sun. This sun is and like if we look at it scientifically, all suns go through different ages and periods, right? Like it's all asked. If someone was around here with astronomy or astrology or whatever, they would tell you. Like I read this. Like the sun goes through these time frames where at first it burns at a really super hot. That's why nothing can be put here, and then it dies down and goes to gold, or it goes to a certain, and then it goes from gold. The next stage is white. Like that is. It's something to do with the gases. I mean, scientists can put a name to it. We know it's spiritual. The spiritualists put a different name to it. But at the same time, and the astrologers put a different name to it, whatever. But it all means the same thing. We're in a different age. We're in the golden age with a white sun. Like we're in the golden age with a white sun, right? Like we've raised a vibration. The next stage is the white, with us being golden. Like that's how it works. I was super excited for it. That's all. Like, I just super excited for it. It's crazy. And then I'm watching this paranormal guy on TikTok, and he has all these people up and telling stories about. There's a lot of. Has anyone ever heard? There's these other beings, other extraterrestrial beings. They're like. It's almost like our atmosphere is a sea. And these beings that come into view, and there are eyewitnesses all over the world of such, but they're just very few and short. You know what I mean? There's not a lot, but they are out there. It's like a big a ray fish, right? But they're translucent, and it's like they're cleaning up the plankton in our atmosphere, and they come down with they're giant. They're the size of football fields and bigger, and you can only see them from their outline, and because but you can see through them. And people have gotten like, there's separate eyewitness accounts of these beings, and same with squid-like beings that are out there that are translucent, that are like, and other, like, it's almost like there's another, it's almost like there's a whole sea above us that we're not even, like, this is a whole new thing that, and I'm like, well, but he didn't just name, like, this whole show I watched, this guy didn't name just one account. It was, he wrote like 3 books explaining all of it and giving detailed accounts, you know what I mean? Like, it's a thing that I didn't even know existed, that was a thing. That's crazy. And that's what's coming on, like these cryptid beings that are the dog man, and you know, Bigfoot too. Of course, Bigfoot's old now everyone's talking about the dog man. We're like, yeah, there's Bigfoot, but have you heard about dog man? You know what I mean? And people are having like physical encounters with dog men, or the spider dog, the spider Bigfoot that goes down on all fours like a flat spider would, and walks like he's red. Like, oh my god, crazy cryptid people out there. I don't know. Those are the fun. I'm totally interested. They're called the confessionals. If anyone wants to go down the rabbit hole with this podcast, I have been doing it for 4 days straight, and every single episode, like I am contemplating being a member of these guys, because I want to send them my book when I'm finished. I feel like I got a story for you, because they're pretty crazy. They're like the woohoos, right? But they still believe in God, and they still believe in love and light. You know what I mean? But they're not chasing the dark. They're just trying to. So they go out and they say their intentions, and they do their prayers before they leave, and then they go on their hunts, right? It's pretty awesome. Yeah, they're called the confessionals. They're really, really good. So
cool. Is that YouTube or?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. Oh, it's on YouTube, and they're like so good. Like, and they've been around for so long. They have over 700 episodes, right? Yeah, so
oh wow.
So there's lots to see, and these guys come on with wicked stories. They're all eyewitness accounts, right, of all of these wild, crazy things that happen, like all over. It's so wild, and it's a lot of it because of what I've gone through with my spiritual warfare, and then with my experience with extraterrestrials, and my experience with God. Like, all of these supernatural experiences that have happened, I kind of like, I can almost relate to all of them except for physical cryptids. I've never seen a physical cryptid. I've seen them in my dreams. They've come through my dreams. I've seen cryptids in my dreams, but I've never seen cryptids in real life. But that's about it, right? Like, everything else, I'm like, yep, I get you. So I totally relate, right? That's so cool.
Sounds like the coast to coast of YouTube.
Coast to Coast is the same thing.
Well, Coast to Coast is an old radio show that he used to do. You know, UFO stories and Bigfoot stories and stuff. Art Bell. Yeah, Art Bell was the one that did that. You gotta find a good
host that doesn't like press their views onto you, right? Like, when you're a good podcaster, you listen to the stories and you ask the questions and you let the story come out, right? Because half of the time these stories are pretty crazy and already very, very difficult for people. I could speak this from experience, because I tell you, some of the stories, I stutter when I start talking about it, right? Like, I'm like, I know I sound crazy. I know this sounds, and it's hard. It's very difficult. Like, it's easy within you guys. Sometimes it is. Sometimes my stories are even still a little bit woohoo, and I still feel weird for saying them. So, I mean, but they have to get out. Like, people have to understand that this is actually a really real thing that's happening in life, right? Like, my body is being physically changed. Like, our bodies. Dolores Cannon talks about it. Dolores Cannon talks about it. That was the first introduction to it. They're coming down and working on our bodies, and we just don't know about it because we live in fear. So they're going to make us not remember. But the majority of the population, everyone has been worked on at least once in their life. At least once they have been taken. And it's a known fact. because we've made a soul contract to do so.
Yes.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But then some of us, I'm like, okay, well, if that's the case, I want to remember you coming and working on me. Like, don't let me lose out on this experience. Are you kidding me? I'm not afraid. But they infuse me with love. Some people, they do. They say that there's a lot of fear in it, and I don't understand. I don't understand that. Anytime they've ever contacted me or come to me, they infuse me with this unreal love that I can't even. Like, I feel like in my body, if I was to take on any more energy that was coming through my nerve endings, I would personally implode. That is how it feels to me. Like, I feel like they know what they're doing, and I'm just gonna say okay, right? But it's a lot of energy that comes through. So, but yeah, I guess. See, I'm rambling. I could ramble with everything and anything.
Oh, you're good.
I'm excited to move. Like, I can't wait to show you guys. Like, once it's clean, it's so messy right now. I'm going to be going over there for the next couple days. Like, I'm not even taking everything from my storage unit yet. I'm just going to literally go there like I'm camping for now. Right? And just bring the stuff from my kid's house. Maybe go get a couple extra loads from the storage unit. And just, I have my storage unit for another 2 weeks. Right before I have to pay the extraordinarily expensive, like $240 a month.
Oh my goodness, for storage?
It's insane. Like, I'm
wow.
Like, so if I eliminate my storage and I eliminate the amount of gas money I'm spending, then maybe I can afford moving to this place for $2,000.
That's expensive too. I mean,
it's insane.
Jeez.
I only got I got it for budget one day for 1 month and get the other month $5, but it's due on the 15th, so I have 2 weeks to get my stuff out of there. So I'm just slowly gonna do it and clean the house. I gotta, do the cleanse and he just built the bedroom, so I get to paint it my own color, whatever I want. So I'm gonna sit in the room and meditate and figure out what color. I'm gonna take my time with it.
Nice.
Oh, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be so great. Geez, gonna have my dog's gonna have a spot. Like, it's so important. It's so important. My dog's my everything. You know how it is. And she's so damn special. Like, she's a special dog. Like, almost special needs. Like, she's prey driven. I swear, I think she may have tried schmilled a kitty cat, and that's why she got put in the schmill shelter in Texas there, and we got her from Georgia. And they're like, oh, she's fine with other animals. She's so good. Yeah, right. Okay. The first year she killed 7 skunks. 7 skunks in my backyard. My Lord. You don't even know life until you live with 7 dead skunks in your backyard, and the dog is just prey driven. Like, you can break chains and run through fences, and I will do anything to kill you, because now she's had the taste of them. Sorry.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's just horrible. Like, the smell of it. And then the one time I was away from work, my daughter has she had sense, she couldn't smell things. She said. But then she let the dog come in the house after she got sprayed or whatever, killed one, unalive, schmilled one. So yeah, then my house smelled, so I had to take 2 weeks off and disinfect my house and throw half of them. It was horrible. So that was the first year. Hi, Jules. You talk, because I've talked so much. How are you, sweetie?
Hi, Annie. How's it going?
I'm really excited to move into my new house. I have an art studio. I'm going to have an art studio with sliding doors out to my patio. It's going to have my growing tomatoes and my growing strawberries. Like, I'm so excited. I don't know how I'm going to pay for it, but I know God will provide. I am okay, because I know this is the right path. Like, I got goosebumps while I was there, so that was the confirmation, right? I'm so excited. Sorry, that's how I am.
I'm so excited for you too. It's amazing. My dog is barking, so I muted myself. All right. Hi, everyone. Love you.
Beautiful.
Hey. It's nice to hear someone else talk as much as I do, Lynette. I love it.
Thank God for you talkers.
It's comforting to me. I'm like, yeah, Lynette, yes, Yeah. Amazing energy. See, she's channeling it for me because I'm like, I'm at like a nice 0 point today. Feels good. I can just go up, but it's not like below 0. It's just like, I don't know. It's a really nice vibe today. Anybody else? Hi, Ash.
Oh no, I'm on GO, but I can't think. My ADHD mind is going.
Your Rosie looks so much like my Buttercup.
So I can only go. Now I'm like, what do I have to? Because I can't think of all the things I have to do right now because I'm so excited. My ADHD, you can hear it, you can feel it, right? So now I recognize this. Right? I recognize this. Now I have to be like, yeah.
I recognize it too, but I'm like, wow,
so now
I'm like, okay, today. What's going on?
What do I have to do next? All I have to worry about is what comes after what I'm doing right now. That's all I'm worrying about.
Right now. You can only do right now, babe. That's
right
it.
now. That's
all you got,
sis. So good.
Hi, Ash. Hi, Jules.
Hey, Ashley.
Yeah,
ma'am. I'm happy to see you guys today.
Me too. It's so beautiful today. I hope it's beautiful where everybody is. It's gorgeous in New York.
It's beautiful here, yeah.
Hard and heck here.
Definitely going to go ride the wind today.
Jules, you paid that for 7 years for storage? 7 years?
Well,
Shut the
probably longer.
front door.
Probably longer.
Wow.
So when my mom passed away and I moved from Cameron Park back to Sacramento, I had 2 10x19 storages. So it was actually closer to like 4 something. And then I was able to whittle that down to 1. And then I got a 4-bedroom house, so that all came out. And then, yeah, life happened. And yeah, for a long time.
I pay $250 a month for a storage unit right now of like most
7
of
years
my
of change. You got it.
Wow.
Yes.
And we're about to move it all out into a garage over here. I'm about to get rid of. I'm trying to purge almost everything because I realized if I haven't touched it in 6 months, I don't need it.
That was my like literally getting rid of all that stuff. If it wasn't sentimental, truly, like I kept it black and white. If it wasn't sentimental, I got rid of it because I had so much that was.
Yeah.
And still had
so much. I have so many photographs, just boxes of pictures.
Everything else can be replaced except what's sentimental.
I have so many photographs, but I don't know what to do with them. But I want to see them all, so I'm gonna have to like bring them to somebody and have them put them on a.
Yeah,
I can just
an
scan them.
Website that will do that for you. Actually, they'll even do like the old little sliver, the little machines.
I'm talking. I got like 6 Rubbermaids full of photographs from.
Oh my God.
I want to look at them all, but like the minute I open one, I just close it again. I'm like, oh my God, that's ridiculous.
So much work. Yeah, that's crazy.
That's a lot of pictures. Holy cow.
Yeah, it's a lot. My family loves some cameras.
Oh,
Clearly loves a camera moment. I do too, though. My phone is full of pictures. Like,
you get left. Photos and memories.
Oh my goodness, so many, and I love them.
Down 2 generations and they forget about you, right?
They don't even know what a camera. They don't even know how to work a camera. They're like, "Oh, what? You mean on your phone?" I'm like, "No, silly."
And those phones, those cameras don't even like a lot of those cameras don't stay. It's not like a photo album.
I know.
They're lost in. We end up with 7 of one photo.
It's so cute.
Our photo album has so many.
That's me.
You were a blonde baby too?
Yeah.
I was a towhead too.
Blue eyes.
So was I.
There's my mom.
Yep.
Right? Look at her, looking all coiffed in her 80s too. And my dad with his awesome hair. I don't know what's going on there.
Went to the Farmers Local Market. I got some pretty beautiful plants. So very happy.
Oh, I love that.
Got some basil and I got some rosemary and I got some strawberries.
Yeah. So where are you at, Ashley? Where on the planet are you, sweetie?
New York.
Oh, you're in New York.
30,000 pictures, right?
Yes.
Nice.
She's further up than me. Further up, though. I think, right?
Absolutely.
You're way up there, right? You're way up there. New York is huge, you guys. It's like living in.
And my daughter's in New York. My youngest.
It's huge. It takes like 12 hours to drive from one end of
Yeah.
New York to the other. It's crazy. It's like driving cross country, but you're in one state. Like, what the heck? Yeah, it's crazy big. Are you near Lake George, Ash? Or like Lake, are you near Lake George or Lake Serion'el? Where are you near?
More closer to like Lake Erie.
Lake Erie, okay.
Well, I mean, like Lake Ontario. Sorry.
Ontario. Okay,
yes.
Gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
Trying to get, that's how you figure out where things are in New York, like what lake they're near. What lake are you near?
Oh, nothing to hide.
Right? That's how you figure it out, you know? Yeah, I'm on the Hudson.
Lake Erie.
Yeah, I'm pretty much on the Hudson River. So that's where our waters collide somewhere.
So I'm all the way on the opposite side of the country, but I'm by the American River, so I have no doubt that water connects somewhere.
Absolutely. It all connects somewhere, girl. That's the point, right? That's the point.
Like I'm right.
All right, guys, it's 11:11. Ready?
11. Yep.
Ready. Let's do it.
Song of Orion, the Aria Kumnare. Omega Hipatama, Omega Hipatama, Patama Hedeta Hekuna, Omega Hipatama, Tretila Hidra, Tretila Hidra, Hekuna, Omega Hipatama, Omega Hipatama, Omega Hipatama, Patama Hedeta Hekina, Omega Hipatama, Tretila Hidra, Tretila Hidra, Hekina, Omega Hipatama, Omega Hipatama, Omega Hipatama, Patama Hedeta Hekina, Omega Hipatama, Tretila Hidra, Tretila Hidra, Hekina, Omega Hipatama.
All right, guys, we did it! Yay! One day at a time.
Have a beautiful day.
One day at a time.
Beautiful day.
Thank you, Flower Power and Trina.
Love y'all.
Everybody, have a beautiful, beautiful day. Mwah, love you.
Bye.
Love you.
Yay.
Love you. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.